Welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. Last time, I kinda conquered my least favorite chapter in the game. It's at least got pretty scenery. Like these rock formations and the sand, you don't really get a map like this anywhere else. But now it's time to head back to the Somniel to discuss our two new characters, maybe do a few supports, and also... ring rubbing.
That cool breeze. Lovely, isn't it? Almost a shame we'll arrive in Firene soon.
Or in other words, pretty scenery. It's just a shame the four hounds had to ruin it.
I'm surprised you came with us, Sepia. You're so loyal to Papa. I figured there was no way you'd approve of this.
Oh? Well, your father is my master, but lately his orders have been somewhat concerning.
I know exactly what you mean. He thinks nothing of killing people. I have the same blood in my veins, of course. Maybe it's natural people mistrust me.
Oh, Lady Vale, no. I heard about those awful things the Divine Dragon said.
My gaslight alarm bells are screeching right now.
That you killed Lumera? Stole the rings? If I were you, I wouldn't believe a word of it. After hearing who your father was, the Divine Dragon probably said that to hurt your feelings.
Gaslighting!
I've decided I won't harm anyone, ever. Even if it costs me my life. So, I'm not going back to Papa. I don't want to destroy this world.
How kind-hearted of you.
If you two really want to help, then after I've cleared up this misunderstanding, will you help me find my sibling?
What a silly thing to say. You are Lord Sombron's only child. You have no brothers or sisters.
That's not true. We've met. Look at this.
How beautiful. It looks like a dragonstone.
It is a dragonstone. 1,000 years ago, I was crying, and one of my siblings gave it to me. I remember it well. Even though I can't stay with you, I'll always be your friend. If you're sad or lonely, remember, if this stone is intact, that means I'm still alive. As you can see, in all this time, it hasn't even cracked.
But that means... What does that mean?
It means my brother is still alive, and I'm going to find him. Perhaps with his help, I can convince Papa to end this horrible war. Sophia, is something wrong?
I get the feeling Vale just said something she really shouldn't have made the four hounds aware of.
No, I'm just so... moved. After we finished our business in Firene, Gris and I will help find your sibling.
Currently, Gris.exe is not responding.
Thank you. I've been looking on my own this whole time. You two will be a big help.
Look, Lady Vale. Firene on the horizon. Why don't you take in the view? Maybe reflect on what you'll say to patch things up.
Good idea.
Another one of Lord Sombron's children survived?
First I'm hearing of it.
I don't understand. They all perished in the war 1,000 years ago. All of them except Lady Vale, who was too young to fight. I watched it happen, Gris. Watched as each and every one of them met their end. Unless... no.
What? Remember something?
It's only a hunch. But if I'm right, we may have a problem on our hands.
Good thing we heard this before she fell asleep.
Yes. After all, once we've gotten to Firene and uncovered the truth, she will never awaken again.
Of course they had plans for her like that. But yeah, if this all means what I think it means, problem for them is definitely an understatement. And hey, it's night back at the Somniel. Okay, before I do anything else, let's see where those two are. Alfred has something new to say. Well, I guess because we're going to Firene. And, hey, Rosado's at the pond. This feels bad to him, but I kind of wanted to talk about Goldmary first. But hey, Rosado's interesting too. Here he is.
Hey! Cuteness combined!
Okay, so Rosado joins in one of the best classes in the game without needing any seals. He also has high personal growths all around, including a 45% personal strength, which is equal to Amber and Panette as the highest non-DLC one in the game. That and 75% personal HP and 45% personal speed is a rare combination. He also has a great personal skill that makes him more accurate against over half the enemies in the game. But there's a catch. Rosado's personal base stats are very low, especially for a promoted class with an internal level of 17. His strength in particular is a huge concern. 7 personal strength is worse than Amber, who joined much earlier with the same growth, and a total of 16 strength on a Wyvern Knight at this point in the game is very weak. He's reliant on his high growths to get him out of this rut, but there are 2 problems with that. 1, his strength makes it hard for him to get kills and level up, and 2, it's a little late to be getting a growth-reliant character, especially one who starts promoted. Especially since more promoted characters will join past this point with far more appropriate base stats for their level. Rosado is a fun character though, and he's definitely usable if you put in the effort. And if you don't have a Wyvern Knight at this point, or you want another one, he does offer one without needing to use any resources. And his starting SP is enough to pick up some useful skills, or get 200 more to pick up a 2000 SP skill. And all of that might be enough for some people. Also, hi Erica. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it would have been kind of sterile being kept in just a castle all the time now. Where is Goldmary? Okay, good. She's not at the, it's anywhere but the lookout ridge. Oh wow, you're right near the well.
I'm impressed. Ready for me?
Goldmary starts as a level 3 hero, and that alone makes her very good. Why? Because she's 2 levels off getting Brave Assist, and 200 SP and some bond fragments off inheriting Dual Assist Plus from Lucina. That alone makes her a very useful utility character for the rest of the game. She also comes with an abnormally high base defense for a hero, along with a 55% personal growth, the highest in the game outside of DLC. And male enemies get an additional -20 to their hit rate, making her quite durable while still providing chain attack support. And her blue proficiency gives her an extra lance rank as a hero. Now, you could make the most of her high defense growth and reclass her to General or Great Knight, and she does do decently in those classes, but to me, she does hero chain attack utility so well, it's a shame to give that up. And, will this well impress you? Let's see. Adept Book is pretty good. Confection Knife, another shielding art. Actually, let me just check my inventory to see. So Adept Book is 500 SP, which would be enough to get Ivy to Speed Taker, and that means that I can save the Expert Book for someone else. Also, speaking of Ivy, I may need to use the Spirit Dust to make up for all the magic she's not getting. Because, I mean, I could give it to Anna, but the thing is, she's fine with Radiant Bows right now, and Anna eventually just caps her magic in Warrior. Ivy's never had trouble one-rounding what she needs to one-round. And admittedly, Jean kind of has, but the thing with Jean is, I think it's his build that's the issue. The problem is, I don't really have many ways to, because Leaf's not around, change your build apart from reclassing you. Mage Knight would put it up to 6. I like him being a mystical, and I like Starves, but, I am almost wondering whether it's time, but swapping Clan out of Mage Knight right now might actually, give that strength he's been getting. Although him as a High Priest might have kind of okay damage with arts, thanks to his strength too. Okay, right now I'm gonna think before I use, before I use that spirit dust. I'll just have to see what I do with reclasses. But one thing is, okay, so I'm really sorry if this sounds perverted or anything, but the first time I saw Goldmary's model in the Somniel, I was like, okay, yeah, they definitely animated her with very large assets, and, yeah, her casual outfit definitely shows that more than her battle outfit. Today's a pretty lucky silver day for the dogs, and I'll appreciate that, because I was actually starting to run out of silver. Actually, something I haven't mentioned yet about those spirit gems, so they're actually a side effect of Somni's bond being high. When Somni's bond goes to, like, higher levels, you get, extra items spawning in the Somniel every visit. I believe it's, like, a spirit gem, and then two other items. I think actually at max, it's one of them is a rare cooking ingredient. Yeah, like that rare fruit. But it's random where in the Somniel it appears. It will just always be somewhere. But is a weird reaction to your homeland being invaded by a giant armada. Yeah, Tamara likes splashing people at the pool. And I'm going to try and get this one up because, from what I've heard, Jean and Bunay is actually not a bad support. It's one of Bunay's decent ones. While I'm here, I can change my favorite map to Heroes of the Oasis. It probably is so far. And, let's... You know what, memes, you can name the Bandit Brothers as your favorite characters, that's great. Right now, I'm actually liking Amber. Okay, yeah, I was working on that one because I think it involves singing at some point, and I definitely want to comment on that, let's just say. And now, we do have, well, the entire second half apart from Micaiah. But now it's time to go over Erica's Bond Rings. And yes, I know these are ordered by game and not by order obtained, but still. So, Erica, interestingly enough, gives lethality from Marissa, which makes it so that you have a 30% chance of instantly killing the foe when you get a critical hit. Can be sort of nice, but it doesn't work on bosses. And then Innes, yes, I said Innes, not Ines, I called him Ines for my entire Sacred Stones playthrough, because he wasn't out in Heroes at the time, so I hadn't heard his name voiced in voice acting. He gives everyone's favourite ability from Sacred Stone, Sure Strike. It gives you a dex % chance of automatically hitting, and I think it only works when you're initiating combat. I think it's actually a little better in Engage than it is in Sacred Stones, because you sometimes do fight enemies with high avoid, so can be useful, especially on coverts in terrain, but not the best Bond Ring ability. But with that, we've actually gone over every Bond Ring ability in the game, because all the emblems we have left to acquire are ones we've already seen. And so, I'm going to talk about ring polishing here, because there's actually a little bit more nuance to it than you might think. Well, actually, I mean, I knew this earlier, I just didn't really see much reason to cover that before. So, I'll start with one of the rings that we just got. Who do I want to actually use Erica on? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. She raises magic, but her defense piercing effect only affects physical attacks. I don't know, maybe I will actually do this with Clan a little.
Can you make it shine?
So the normal way to polish is just to press the A button.
Your diligence paid off.
But let's see if we go, yes, let's go with Ike and Amber, even though they're already maxed.
Cleaning the ring? Good.
So if you press the R button...
You have skilled hands. Take a break.
Yeah, so you actually need to polish specific spots to get the biggest benefit out of using R. Using A to polish is just the, you know, completely standard way of doing things. Also, you can rotate the ring around like this. So, for example...
Take a break.
That's not one he wants.
You're gonna polish there? Good work. I'll ask for your help again.
Yeah, there are some who have interesting reactions, let's just say, to polishing weird places.
Let's clean this up. You're wasting time. What are you doing? How does it look? Oh, it's all shiny now.
Yeah, I don't really see much point in doing it if you're just concerned with getting it all the way up to the top. You can just press the A button.
You're wasting time.
Though you can still do it when it's when the meter's full.
Make it sparkle. That's clean.
Such focus.
How is it? Is it clean now?
Oh, well, that actually gave a full half a bond level for Ivy. See, I often forget to do this, but it can be nice to raise bonds a little bit.
I'd like the ring clean, please. That spot's not dirty. No need to clean there. You did a wonderful job.
Really? Quite good. Thank you.
Okay, item shop has new stock. And you know me, I always have to check that out. Not that we really need Master Seals anymore. I don't think we're quite at the point yet. No, we're not. Okay, I don't have any of these.
I thank you.
I may want to take at least two of
thank
these.
you.
I suppose
I
I'll
thank you.
take your other warp staff preemptively. Oh yes, I lacked this recently and I kind of needed it, so I'm going to buy, let's just send
I
that
thank
warp to the
you.
convoy. I'm going to buy two of them. I could probably use more physics, actually.
I thank you.
Thing is, though, doing,
thank
like,
you.
buying these staves does run through your funds pretty fast.
Do come again.
But I suppose I can just say, there is a point where the shop will stock unlimited seals. And I think it comes pretty soon. Maybe after Chapter 17. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. Now that we have Goldmary, I think it's her support with Yunaka that reveals some very major things about Yunaka's backstory. Okay, so capable at that. Yeah, the thing with Eager is, Eager raises the success rate, but it also slightly raises the failure rate.
Nearly as good as I would do.
Yummy!
I believe anybody is able to make an ordinary meal. Yeah, Aaliyah's defense was so high there that Fogado couldn't even damage him. Then again, Fogado isn't trained, so kind of understandable.
I'll be your partner.
I'm, Jean. Should I really be here?
Aha, the best friend slash... Okay, that's not good. I was about to say slash sort of, mage bros. Oh, hey, you actually gained magic that time. That's good. Yeah, wait, I already had that unlocked. I guess it just always tells you that if the conversation's available, just to remind you. I guess it would be possible for Yunaka to level from this if she wins.
I am Corin. I won't lose.
Okay, I guess Corin really wants me to use her with Yunaka.
Hey, I actually won!
Corin yelling in the distance while Yunaka gives her victory quote. Yeah, okay, yeah, So here's the thing. Yunaka can now reclass to second tier classes, and sometimes I like making her a wolf knight, but she's been in good strength for me as a thief, and if I keep her as a thief until level 25, she will get pass, and pass... I'm so sorry that I forgot pass was even in this game. It just takes a while to raise a thief to level 25. Oh, okay, skill inheritance. Ivy. Ivy can now take Speed Taker. Again, I've said that, like, you don't really need multiple of these in your army, but having this on Ivy... I mean, admittedly, the Speed Plus skills are also quite good. So with just a little more, and in the Expert book, Aaliyah would have 2,000, but I'm not sure if there's anything I really want. How much does it cost to inherit Wrath? I know that I do like Icon Amber, especially for his Engage attack, but... I'm always thinking that I could... If we got Sigurd back, let's just say, that I could use him with Amber. Wrath is 2,000. Oh, there's also the Axe Power skills, though. 1,000 SP could get Jean's speed plus 4, but that's assuming that I level him up with Lin a ton. Interesting. So somebody who has 1,000 could grab Draconic Hex. Oh, okay, first things first, I need to remember to actually equip Speed Taker. The sad thing is, I feel like Yunaka needs Speed Plus right now. She's often just a little bit off of doubling most things. You know, I'm not entirely opposed to Alchris inheriting Speed plus 3. You know, I actually just realized something about Lin. One of her biggest weaknesses in Blazing Sword was that her high speed was kind of overkill because she sort of had so much and you only really needed like 12 to double things. With Alacrity, having overkill speed has a purpose now. Probably want to save your SP for Canter once we get access to that again. Oh, this is so dumb. But like, Anna with Draconic Hex is actually kind of interesting, especially since she has a longbow. Of course, the same could be said for Alcris with that. I have enough novice books to get you to... okay, I have to use all my books to do that. Oh, this is so dumb, but it might work.
Have you ever been to Nor or Hoshido? You're the spitting image of someone I know.
I guess the DLC from Fates is canon, then.
Nope, those names aren't ringing a bell. Might have been one of my sisters? We all look alike.
Also, we all live in different multiverses.
Have I got just the thing for you?
Because considering that I do plan on using Anna all the way to the end, this might actually be something of an investment. So, okay. Use one of those, and then an expert book to get 1,000. Oh, actually, Dual Assist is nice too. But I mean, she already has Longbow Assists, so yeah, let's do this. I feel like I'm not getting a lot of use out of Healing Light. Maybe I should inherit something better on Aaliyah, and maybe Divine Pulse is that something better. I just skip it and I just hear, ah!
The fighting won't let up anytime soon. If it gets too much for you, you can lean on me.
Thank you. I should count myself lucky to have so many friends looking out for me.
Aaliyah, you have no idea how lucky you are to be in this universe. Actually, Mentorship also kind of stacks with putting Aaliyah next to people for Divinely Inspiring, so that's also a decent possibility. Like, I think I saw some people in the comments arguing that Mentorship isn't worth it because 250 SP is effectively 2.5 level ups, and you're kind of trading that for like 1.2 of a level up. But like, this applies to adjacent allies too, so you can technically get more mileage out of that. You know, I think I will go for this, because like, if I'm using Bonded Shields, I'm gonna get that experience bonus on everyone I'm shielding. I'll take this as well. Next up, is there anybody here who wants to train with Erica? On my first playthrough, I put Erica with Tamara, and I kind of feel like that was sort of a waste, because it was just kind of wasting Erica on making Tamara actually good. Actually, Yunaka might do... I mean, though the thing is, she's still, like, kind of doing good against what she needs to. Like, here's the thing. When Yunaka doesn't kill something, the problem isn't her damage, the problem is that she didn't double. And Erica won't fix that. I used Erica with Alchrist a few times in my first playthrough as well, like having that defense-piercing damage on bows was nice. And Clan sort of already has Corrin right now. I mean, in that case, I might as well get you to Wakizashi just so that you can go above 10 in battles.
Lady Corrin, when you turn into a dragon, how does it feel? Weird? Tingly?
The thing I feel most is how people look at me. Surprise, fear, awe. I've yet to get used to it.
Did they ever explore that aspect of her character in Fates? Because that's amazing! That really deserves elaborating on! Yeah, it's just something that I've also seen people say in the comments, and I've actually heard a lot of people say this, is that apparently Warriors actually handled Corrin really well. And that's something that I've heard for a lot of aspects of Fates. Like, apparently, people really genuinely like Iago as a villain in Warriors, which is surprising. I do kind of wish they used Garon as the Fates villain representative, because he would have had an interesting moveset. If, you know the full extent of what Garon does in Fates. And yeah, might as well get you up to 10 with Byleth too.
Professor, could you teach me how to fight? I'd like to be more useful, even if just a little bit.
If that's what you want, then sure. I'll give you lessons. We'll start with self-defense.
Firstly, when something comes at you with an anything, you use Thyrsus. I wonder if, like, Violet is just telling everyone in Engage the stories of the terrifying 15-year-old girl who horrified the Knight of Death incarnate. You know, strangely, I almost wonder if this would work with Louis. Because he likes to be in melee with things, sometimes his damage is just a little low to deal with a key enemy. And I've never actually seen what his bonds conversations are like with Erica, and I need to start using Louis again. So, I mean, he doesn't really need gentility, but still. Actually, he probably does work quite well with Ephraim too. You know what, I'm gonna try this, just to start things off.
I've been observing the way you fight.
I am Erica. Welcome.
I feel I have let my brother down.
Did I win? How satisfying.
At least you didn't say you want to ride your brother's tribute with force.
Is it true that emblems cannot touch anyone in this world? Does that not get lonely?
It's not so bad. We can perceive kindness, so I still feel connected to everyone here.
And now I can mention something about Erica. This is just something that I thought about recently. I wondered if it would have made more sense if her and Lynn swapped voices. Because I feel like Lynn's voice from Wendy Lee is the kind of voice that would make more sense on Erica, while Erica's voice would make more sense on Lynn. Oh, there really is a glowing spot right behind there. I was wondering why there was one on the map, and I almost thought it was a glitch, but no, it was actually obtainable. And once again, I almost forget to show off the engrave. So Erica's engrave, let's see. Sacred. For some reason, it lowers a void, but it also raises hit to a ridiculous extent and crit a little bit. So it's kind of like the compromise if you need Lynn's engrave on something else, I guess. It's actually the same boost to hit and crit as Lynn, just at the cost of, like, minus a void, which, admittedly, Ike users don't need a void, so... it does lower critical avoid, though, by a lot from the looks of it. Yeah, you get minus 20. Okay, that's really bad for Ike users now I think about it. Yeah, if anything, this is more of a emergency if you just really want crit, but I don't like reductions to critical evasion in this game because it can be quite easy to get enemies low percent critting you, especially with all the steel weapons they use. Okay, it takes a lot before I can lower the weight on Elfire. I can raise the might of the Silver Great Axe by 2, and that's probably worth it. Also, this weapon is clearly imported from Jester in Critical Role. She actually was an axe user at the start of the campaign, but she never really used her axe that much. Okay, there's an upgraded fishing rod. Well, I might as well get it, even though I don't fish much. I was actually here for the steel ingots.
Thanks for shopping. Thanks for shopping. Thanks for shopping. Thanks for shopping. Thanks for...
I'm really sorry.
Feel free to come again.
And that should give me enough to raise Elfire up another level.
I'll be here.
Yeah, you do go through your money pretty quickly. Although, raising Illusia up, I think, is it either once or twice? I know that raising Illusia a little bit gets you Bolganone. And we may be heading back to, oh yeah, it does mark where the rare animals are. So the deer is for, Chapter 11 in Illusia, the flamingo is in Solm, and it's a marmot in, Brodia. But let's just say we might be going back to Illusia soon, so... maybe raising this to the next level may help? Okay, well, I mean, I suppose that's... oh, that's 10,000 to get it up to Bolganone, though. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm gonna do this one first.
Fogado, I want to thank you and the Sentinels for your hard work today.
Hard? That was nothing.
No thanks to Lapus's bomb.
We didn't have to resolve a single quarrel, and there were barely any corrupted around. I only wish every day was like this.
You're so easygoing. All the time. That must be why your people love you so much. As your ally, I certainly enjoy working with someone so unflappable.
Unflappable, huh? Ooh, I think I feel a blush coming on. But thanks for the compliment. How about we grab dinner together sometime?
Dinner?
Yeah, you, me, and some hard-hitting questions. Like, who is your very best friend, and why?
I forget, like, where he's at in terms of support, but I'm tempted to say clan.
That's pretty personal.
You could tell me a super secret wish. You know, one you're too embarrassed to reveal.
No, that's even worse. Look, as much as I enjoy your devil-may-care attitude, the banter is a bit much.
You'd rather I be all boring and serious? Nah, that wouldn't be me if I wasn't a rascal.
I suppose you're right. It is hard to imagine you without that carefree personality of yours. It may be your most likable trait.
Okay, that one's pretty quick. At least reaction there does remind me about how much I hate, like, icebreakers in work meetings. I just don't think they work, and people should stop doing them. Okay, this one. If I'm remembering right, Goldmary is one of those who doesn't give a great first impression in support, with Aaliyah specifically.
Was the meal to your satisfaction, Divine One?
Oh, yes. It was delicious. Thanks so much.
Could you look me in the eyes, please?
Sure.
Perfect. Keep on looking right at me. You have such an intense gaze. Tell me what you're feeling in this moment.
Nothing much, really.
Have I stirred your heart so little? Let me ask you again. I'll whisper in your ear this time. Has your lunch with me today brought you any feelings of contentment?
Now I'm just picturing Goldmary ASMR. I'm sure someone would like that.
Oh, very much so.
I knew it. I'm so glad. Tell me more about these feelings.
Well, I'm so content I couldn't eat another bite. I'd be really curious to learn your recipe.
My recipe. Not exactly what I had in mind, but if that's really what you want, I'll teach you.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah. So, Goldmary I find is a very polarizing character. Like, people either really love her or really hate her, kind of similar to Bernadetta in Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm more on the, like, I don't exactly hate her, but I'm more just kind of in the, like, kind of dislike quadrant. Okay, I'll save the A's for later. Again, I'm really hoping I wasn't trolled with this.
Wow, that's pretty swollen. This is definitely some sort of insect sting.
Okay, that's a weird way to start a support conversation, though.
Well, I tend plants on the side. Probably got stung while I was in the garden.
I can give you some herbs to reduce the swelling. Take care not to touch the wound.
I'm sure there's no need for that. Save your herbs for someone who could really use them.
It doesn't work like that. We don't know what kind of insect stung you. If you leave it untreated, it might get serious.
I think I actually have been stung by a wasp once in my life, and it is way more painful than I thought it would be.
I see. Forgive me. I suppose you would be more knowledgeable about such things.
It's all right. Now you know. Just let me apply the dressing, like so, and all done. Nothing to worry about now. Just leave it be, even if it starts to itch.
Understood. I'll try not to touch it. Please, take this. A small token of thanks.
Wow, what's this pretty flower?
Some chamomile from my garden. It has a nice soothing aroma, don't you think?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You ought to come visit my garden sometime. I think you'd like it there.
Yeah, Bonet would be the kind of guy who has, like, a full-on, like, actual garden that he gets his ingredients from. I know all of, like, the top restaurants in the world, like, have their own garden. Okay, pretty sure this is the singing one. Either that, or it's an amazing ghost one.
See, Princess Ivy? I knew you'd have fun.
With all due respect, Your Highness, your powers of observation need work. Look at me. I'm in the presence of foreign royalty, yet I can't master myself enough to stop shaking. I am, to vastly understate the matter, not enjoying this.
This is another great line to take out of context for things.
Oh, whoa. You are shaking. Are you cold? I can throw more logs on the fire.
No, it is not the cold. I am shaking because I am afraid.
Oh, if it's wild animals you're worried about, let me put those fears to rest.
Tamara probably killed them all and roasted them.
I set up a few traps just in case, but the fire should be enough to keep them away.
No. Ghosts. I'm certain I heard a strange moaning cry coming from that way.
Hey, you, spooky ghost! How's it going?
Quiet!
Sorry. But singing might make you feel a little less scared. Why not try it?
You know, I like to think that Tamara's singing was so bad the ghost actually just was exorcised immediately.
Ghost!
That's it! Now, of all the things to be scared of, why ghosts and not plagues or wars?
Please just forget what you saw here. I've had enough sleeping outdoors.
So, Ivy's voice actress, Reba Burr, has musical theater experience, so she had to do that, yeah. I've also heard that, yes, Tamara's voice actress has confirmed that her singing was intended to be bad. I wonder if she's another one of those who has musical theater experience, because a lot of the time I feel that it does actually take somebody who can sing really well to convincingly act singing badly. Oh, but now I only have these A supports left, and you know what? I think I am actually going to go for them this time.
Ow!
Clan, are you okay?
I'm fine. I just fell and got a scrape.
Even a minor scratch could get infected if left untreated. Show me, and I can treat it for you right here.
All right.
It's bleeding a bit. I can fix that.
Yeesh, that stings!
Don't worry, I'm finished already. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Thank you.
No need for thanks. It's the least I could do to repay you.
Huh? For what?
One thing you said to me last time stuck. About learning from your mistakes so you don't go repeating them.
That does ring a bell.
It's also something that Erica says.
It was such genuine advice. Like something I'd hear from my family back home.
Thanks, Jean.
You know I come from an island in Firenze. This place is nice, but it doesn't feel like home. But what you said helped to change that.
If you miss your family, Jean, you can think of me as an older brother. I might still slip up on occasion, and I have a lot of growing left to do.
There's nothing wrong with that. If I had a big brother like you, there's nothing I would fear.
I'd be happy to help.
It's nearly dinner time. How's that scratch? Do you need help walking?
It's feeling a lot better now. Your treatment did the trick.
Maybe you should lean on me anyway. Isn't that what family is for?
Okay, yes, my heart is now melting from wholesomeness. That was great. That was really great. That entire support alone makes using Clan and Jean in the same playthrough worth it. But now, I've never seen this one before, but I know what it entails. And from what I can tell, it's more depressing than wholesome.
What are you doing there, Alfred? Digging another well? Or is this more training?
Something like that. Trying to keep up my health, you know? Yeah. If I train hard enough, then I won't suffer like I used to.
Alfred? What's wrong?
Don't worry, Celine. It's just an attack. It'll pass soon.
An attack? Is it your old illness?
I was doing so well. That part of my life was supposed to be long gone.
Oh, wow, that... It's... Sometimes there can be a line that is just so relatable to a lot of real people who go through these things. This is just... Whoever wrote this line, I've just got to applaud them for it.
Wait here. I'll fetch someone at once.
No, stop!
What? Why should I?
I don't want anyone to see me like this. Not our allies, the Emblems, or the Divine Dragon. I can't let them see this. A weak prince unfit to fight who could collapse any day?
None of them would see you that way. They're far too gracious for that.
But I would still know. And besides, I don't want them to worry about me. As far as they're concerned, I want to be the spirited prince who loves working out. Just let me rest for a while. I'll be fine. Please, Celine.
Very well. But know that if your condition ever worsens, I will seek help.
Thanks. Having a sister like you is true happiness, if you ask me.
That's your idea of true happiness? Don't be absurd.
Well, what about you then? What brings you true happiness?
Nothing.
Really? You've got good friends, you got your health, and none of that does it?
I take joy in those things, to be sure, but I don't value happiness as a life goal. After all, what if I found it? Then my whole life afterward would be spent looking fondly back.
Really? Even if something better comes along?
The possibility that it never will is terrifying. I couldn't bear it. I've always yearned for happiness and saw only misery. Like the day I fled from the castle. If Firene had fallen, or Mother died, or you were lost to us, I wondered, how would I respond? And now this? If things get worse and you have to leave, what will I... How can I...
Hey, I'm not gonna die, okay? I'll be fine if I stick with my training.
You really do have the mind of a barbarian. If only you had the body to match.
I'll get there. That's why I work out. Whoa, Celine, look! You see that four-leaf clover?
Where?
Right by your foot. There you go. A small joy.
A small joy. That takes me back. We often sought such things when we were younger. At that age, I was better at it than you. I wonder when you surpassed me.
Talking to you makes me feel better. Chalk up another small joy for me.
I'm not certain that counts, but I'm relieved to hear that the worst has passed.
Let me make it up to you, Celine. I'll find lots of little joys and bring them to you. I can't promise everything will be fine with me, but we can prop each other up. For Firene.
Yes, Alfred. I will support you in anything. Whatever else happens, we can make sure we return to Firene. Together.
Remember when I said that whoever wrote the corrupted Morian boss conversation should write the next Fire Emblem game? Well, I'm sure whoever wrote that must have written that support. That is easily one of my favorite supports of all time now. The only thing that annoys me about that is it kind of is required reading for Alfred's character. You do miss out on a lot about Alfred if you don't see that support. And it is a tough support to unlock, especially in a game where supports take a while to raise, and that's an A-rank support. But, yeah, Alfred does come across as a bit one-note if you don't get that, especially since... And the thing is, there's a reason that doesn't come up in the story. Like he said, he doesn't want other people to see him like that or know about it. And it's just... Like, I am actually, like, on the verge of tears right now because it's just... I've known a lot of people who have chronic illnesses, so I can definitely see just that. I can really relate to that a lot. And oftentimes, yeah, it does help you appreciate the small joys in life. When you have health problems like that, and when you're not sure when... You don't know, like, whenever you're feeling good, you don't know how long that will last. That line, though, about the I thought that aspect of like, that aspect of me was gone, though. Ugh, yeah. See, the reason why that relates to me as somebody who has, like OCD or obsessive-compulsive disorder, which is nothing like what pop culture says it is, by the way. I've definitely hit a period of my life where it's got much better than it used to be, but, like, a line like that, that's a lot of my fears. Like, I am worried that one day I'll reach a point where it comes back, and... Oh, just that support is just completely amazing. I have just no words, it's just... And it completely changes what you think about Alfred's character, too. Like, his whole working out quirk? Definitely not a quirk at all. It's way darker than you think. But, next time, I'm sure a lot of you want to see me go to Flora Port. Because it might not seem like it, Chapter 17 is a big chapter. It's one of the most significant chapters in the game outside of chapter 10 and 11, and the game, unlike those chapters, doesn't warn you about it in advance, so it can be a bit unexpected. So I feel like I want to prepare a little bit before we head there, and for that I'll do some paralogs. But first, let's talk about this paralog. Erica's paralog, in my opinion, top 2 hardest paralogs in the game. The way to sum up this paralog would be oops all chain attacks. It's pretty terrifying if done early. I would not really recommend it. You don't really need Erica to be above Bond 10 at this point. However, I was thinking about doing the Crossroads of Fate next, because Corrin gets something pretty good at above Bond 10. And it might be a higher level than the Sacred Tomb, but there are also less enemies. It's very similar to Lucina's paralog. Also, yeah, that's a Silver Corrupted. They give more experience. That's also a Silver Corrupted. They have a higher chance if you have a high donation level with the country, but I personally prefer not to rely on that for training. But I think next time I'm going to go out to the Crossroads of Fates. And then after that, I think I am going to go to the Sacred Tomb. Again, we'll need all the help we can get for Flora Port. So, see you all next time.